Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Connor Everything, and welcome back to another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Today, so I played this game yesterday throughout the whole day, and I just played it kind of in one sitting, and when it was done, I knew I had to cast it because this game really exemplifies, how far along I'm coming as a player, and it also shows some pretty big mistakes that I know that I need to fix in the future. At any rate, it's super interesting, yeah, I think you guys are really gonna like this one. There's definitely some discussion to be had on how to handle this map. So I have a lot of questions for you guys in the comments about what you think ought to be done on this map as far as certain things, and we'll get to it. Okay, cool. So another thing about this map is it features two COs that I have not featured on the channel before. So for the first time ever, let's introduce who I'm playing, Rachel. So Rachel is interesting because her units repair an additional HP. So if you have a 7 health unit on a city, the next turn it will be 10 health. Pretty good day to day. The only problem is you're on the hook for the income. So like she counters Kindle, if you think about it, right? Because Kindle will come along, hit you with an Urban Blight, and you go, oh no, everything's at 7 HP. Everything will heal back up to full next turn, so long as they're on your properties. And you might go, yes, she didn't do anything to me. Yes, she most certainly did. She absolutely sucked your income dry. If you had a Neo tank and a medium tank on a property on a Kindle CO power, yeah, they're still full health on your turn, but what are you gonna buy? 2 infantry? So there's definitely a give and take with her CO power. I like it. I think it's fun to use, and yeah, it is a buzzkill at the end of your turn when you go to buy units and you can't buy anything, but it is fun just to have healthy units around the map all the time. It's fun that way. Her CO power copies off of her older sister, Nell. You thought there wasn't lore? Think again. Rachel is Nell's younger sister. And she copies her CO power from her older sister Nell. It's Lucky Lass. Luck is improved to 0. It's improved from 0 to 9% to 0 to 39%. So actually, I believe Nell's abilities are Lucky Lass and Lucky Star, it's Lucky Star and Lady Luck. So Nell's Lucky Star actually increases from 0 to 59%. So big difference there. Rachel 0 to 39, Nell 0 to 59. So, it is a power that is seldom popped because it's risky and you might not get a big reward. And what even really is the reward? An extra 40%? Okay, it's okay. Mostly it's not popped because of her super CO power, one of the best in the game. Covering fire. 3 2-range missiles deal 3 HP damage each. The missiles target the opponent's greatest accumulation of foot soldier HP, unit value, and unit HP. So missile, and that can be absolutely devastating. If you have a group of, if you have like a Neo tank next to 3 infantry, which isn't the most uncommon in small maps, because you're going to end up building a line of units and whatnot. Your Neo tank is going to be torched and it's going to be game over. Unless you're playing against a CO that can heal all that damage back, which I happen to be playing against. So Andy, his day-to-day is, well, he doesn't have a day-to-day. And that is, well, you say, no day-to-day. Well, why isn't he tier 4? Everyone needs a day-to-day. Well, almost every day-to-day has some drawbacks. Grit's drawbacks are his tanks deal 20% less damage. Max's drawbacks are he has bad artillery. Rachel's drawback is her income gets drained. You're on the hook for that income repair. Yeah, the repair's nice, but you're on the hook. So, although Andy doesn't have any advantages, he doesn't have any disadvantages either. So, that's just pure balance, right? It's just pure balance. His CO power is hyper repair. All units will gain +2 HP. So this can be a crazy good power playing against the right CO. If you're up against Hawk, Drake, or Olaf, and they pop their CO power, which costs 10 stars, 12 stars, 14 stars, a 3-star CO power has gotten the entire map back to healthy. So you know, that can be such an amazing tool against global damage COs. And then finally, his super CO power, all units gain plus 5 HP, plus 10 attack, and another 10 attack because he popped a CO power, and plus 1 movement. So he's a movement CO, and he gets 5 HP back. And normally, that one's a tough one to pop for me, because you get the damage and the movement, but it's like, I want more unhealthy units, so it's more worthwhile to pop. Well, he's got him against Rachel. It's a game of cat and mouse. You know, you pop your super CO, no, you pop your super CO. He'd be an absolute fool. He'd be an absolute fool to pop his super CO before I popped Covering Fire. So it's more of me waiting until I can pop Covering Fire and get an opening to destroy his units so they can't heal back up. That's how you play it. Okay, those are the 2 champions, and without a further ado, you know, I wanted to intro the map that we're playing on. So we are playing on a map called, hold on here, let me just get the right. It's called Tokyo Doriftu. Tokyo Doriftu. Is this supposed to be Tokyo Drift, but in a like a stereotypical Japanese accent? Doriftu? I don't know. I don't know. It looks like Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift. I don't know why it would make sense, right? Because it takes place in Tokyo, whatever. But that's what I always think of when I see this map. I'm not sure if that's the actual name of the map, but let me know in the comments how you actually pronounce this. Don't cancel me, all right? I didn't know. All right, just don't cancel me. Okay, so yeah, and without a further ado, I say that every time, but I don't know. It's a good thing to say. Without a further ado, let's play. All right, Rachel's theme, I think kind of universally the most hated theme in the game. Bark, 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 bark. Just kind of sounds like a dog barking, but I think it's all right. All right, infantry, here we go. Is any shock here? Infantry opener. Okay, we move out, and then I move back to my factory. Good, more infantry. Okay, here we go. And then I move out here. So I want to talk about our infantry movement early, and I want to talk about infantry movement on this map. Your early game infantry movement is everything. In my opinion, everyone should have the exact same pattern as infantry movement for this map, and I don't necessarily do that right away. I don't follow my own advice, but I'm going to go over kind of just talk about not explicitly the pattern, but what is ideal for early game infantry on this map and every other map. So somebody in the comments told me, and I read all your comments, and some of the advice that you guys gave me in the comments is really, really helpful. Someone in the comments mentioned, if you have the opportunity to get a further away property, take it. So in theory, this infantry should move to this property next turn, not to this one. It should move farther away. It's all about counting the number of moves you have to make before you can get to a property. So this will take 1 move to get to this. This comes right off the bat, and then 1, 2 here. I shouldn't push out next turn to this tile. I should get this one because whatever gets you to the property is the fastest. But now look, I have a choice. Should I push further, or should I just take the one close to base? And the answer is push out further. It's the same number of moves, except now you're deeper and you have a further away property. There can be nothing wrong with this. And then you have an infantry that is closer to the middle of the field where there's contested properties. So just a little infantry movement. Just a little infantry movement there. So here, he makes a big mistake. He loads up this lander and then drops them off here. And you might be thinking, well, yeah, didn't you just say you should take your, move them out, because now he'll drop them off and they'll capture this next turn. It's still 2 moves, 1, 2, and then the next, and then they're dropped off here to capture this versus 1, 2, and then capture here, capture here. Yes, that's true, but what is this infantry gonna do? I've had so many games where this infantry just gets mega pinned behind here. And, So next turn he's going to come here, and this is going to be all. It's just going to be a complete traffic jam here. So move this infantry here, move this infantry here, capture this, capture this. You're done. You're done. Done deal. Okay. And then next turn you make an infantry here. Next turn you load this infantry, load this infantry, and then you get this over here, and then you can build a recon here to come out right away. So that should be your this should be the routine. Because look, I'm going to capture this one is going to push out. This one is going to push out. And then this will capture. I'll build an infantry here. Load these up next turn. That is the correct. And then look, this is a noob trap. Building mechs early just because you can. They are so slow, and this early game is so important. Any early game is so important. I'm starting to get really kind of dialed in on my early game, thinking about all of my infantry moves really methodically. Okay, I can make this property in 2 moves. I can capture this next turn. This one can go here. This one can go here in 2 moves. You know, thinking about how many moves gets you to your next property it has been winning me games lately. It's been working really well for me. I've just been getting a lot more focused. And this, with only 2 movement, where is this really gonna go? It's gonna go here, and then it can't capture this next turn. If you would have built an infantry, it would have captured this next turn. So the early mech is simply not a good idea. It's kind of a noob trap. I'm not calling him a noob, but it is at the same time a noob trap. So here I make the mistake. I should have gone deeper. I should have gone deeper into the fog to get this. It's further away. But you know, from now on, I won't. And like I said, I am thinking harder, but maybe I was just playing a little too quick. So I open up artillery to pop this pipe seam. Let me know what you guys think about this move. Is this too early for this artillery? I actually don't think it's that early. I think it's fine because infantry gets too crowded up around here anyway. That going this early to pop this pipe seam should get me into the fray earlier. Okay. Okay, and then look, this is another mistake that he makes. Never, ever load up infantry into a weighted, as in wait, I wait for the bus, weighted transport unit. This could have pushed out here, this could have pushed down here. And like I said, he already made the mistake, but this could have pushed out here, this could have pushed down here. And then next turn, you can build the same units, and let's look at the movement they would have gotten. If this was ready, this goes in here, this goes in here, and they move all the way down here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that movement has been reduced to nothing because you loaded them into a weighted transport unit. So your transport units, battlecopters, APCs, landers, black boats, need to be positioned in such a way that infantry can take their full movement, load up, and then move out. Sammy transport copters, if they're placed 3 spaces away from an infantry, that's 3, plus you get like something like 9 movement on that transport copter. So you load in, boom. Think about all that movement that infantry just got versus if you just had loaded it into a weighted copter. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so at any rate, he starts capping and he starts moving out infantry, and then another mech. A new mistake early. You need more infantry. Now I did build a I did build an artillery. All right, so I have kind of a spoiler for you guys. This is the second time I'm recording this video. The first time I recorded it, the music was way too loud. It was awful, and I was so mad because it took me an hour. But I was just gonna re-record it. So my energy was a lot. So if I'm low energy, that's why. My energy was a lot higher last one because later in the game I realized, why did I drive this? Why did I drive this here? This is nonsense. Drive the artillery here to blast the pipe seam, because now it can just get into the mix faster. Putting it here and then shooting it, what was I thinking? I should get it out further and then shoot at the pipe seam from here. And then, yeah, and that's exactly it. In theory, I could have gone on this building and shot from it, but I was capturing it, so it should have been here to shoot on this. That's what I should have done. All right, and then look, my infantry movement is good. Yes, this is going to get caught, like I was saying before, but look how much farther out I am than him. I'm way past this bush. I'm out here. And I'm out here. Now, if I'm smart, I'm going to go all the way over here for this property. Because like I said, right, why would I go for this one if I can just reach farther and go for this one? Okay, his turn. Grabs that. And now look. see what I mean by this getting clogged up? He's got a mech in there. Like that's a waste of a turn. The replay viewer is bugged. He's got a mech here. He pushes it out here to attack the pipe seam, but the replay viewer does not pick up when pipe seams are engaged, which is too bad. But then he builds a recon. I mean, the recon's not the worst move. It can get out into the middle pretty quick. I'm still building infantry. Here we go, and I see he's got no one down here. I'm like, oh, really? All right. Well, I'm happy to take that. Okay, push out, start capping, and then yeah, like I said, I'm gonna get myself trapped. I'll move here next turn, but still, I'm way farther out than he is because of my early game movement. Okay, push out, good, and then I build a recon down here. I wanted to just cruise to this. You can get 7 movement just going around the back here, and then I can push it out and get vision of this area. So I think the recon over here is a good play. Okay, he's pushing out as well. He pulls this recon to the middle. That's pretty smart. He'll get some good vision there. And then I never knew you could do this. I don't know what it is about me and the because there's a lot of maps like this with harbor in between 2 land. I never knew you could do this. So is this a good move? Let me know if you're a high elo player. Do you see this frequently happening? Them driving the lander all the way through. How much move does the lander have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so it can't. Yeah, it can't just shuffle back and forth, right? Because lander has 6 move. Yep, it can't. So, yeah. So do you see this often? Let me know. This is the first time I've ever seen this, and I had no idea you could even do it. I did not even think to do that. Okay, so pushing out. Yeah, he goes artillery. I think he's going to try to pop that the pipe seam. And now I can grab this and look how far out I am on this. All right, pushing up, and yeah, I'm just poising myself to get to move into a capturing position next turn. I take a shot at the pipe seam, and I build a recon here to get more vision and another artillery. So this is another comment that I got on my videos that I thought was really smart. I could have gone tank, recon, skip, tank, recon, factory, skip. However, somebody in the comments just said, dude, just go recon arty infantry, because then you have another infantry on the board, and an artillery can be used just as effectively as a tank. And I was like, oh my god, he's absolutely right. So, and I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at artillery. So there it is. I build an artillery. Now I have 2 artilleries and 2 recons. I don't have a tank on the board, but I'm really not that worried about it. I'm trying to play a lot better with artilleries, and that can be used just as effectively as a tank can. So now he gets vision of me, and if I'm him, I'm kind of panicking right now. I'm gonna get these 2 properties. He's only just started to capture 1. He's got to assume that I already have this up here if he's doing it. Okay, he's blasting away with his mech, and he should be shooting at this pipe seam next turn, and I think a mech and a artillery will pop it. Builds his first tank. All right, and I start capping. I do not see his recon, so I just start capping that. I see he's up here, and then look, I'm like, all right. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna full send it. If he's only here capping, I'm thinking he probably doesn't have anybody down here in time to stop this. So I'm just gonna pick up what is traditionally his, I believe, comm tower. Okay, and then look, if I'm here and he's here, something's wrong. This is when I got pretty confident. I was like, okay, his capture game is nowhere near as good as mine right now. He has done something goofy in the early game that has caused him to not be as efficient as capturing as me, and that's when I was feeling pretty good. So I move out my infantry. See how like clogged up it gets around here? It's kind of rough. And then I can't really, ferrying this over wouldn't help. So instead, I just drive it down the road there. Okay, I push my infantry out, take a shot at the pipe seam, and that should be shot number 3. Yep, pipe seam's gone. So now I have full range to just get troops going vertically, both this way and this way, if I please, and I do please. Okay, he gets capping, and moving out. Yep, everything's pretty good. I'm not sure he takes a shot at this turn. I was a little shocked when I saw this replay for the first time how long it took him to get the pipe seam, because now this is out of ammo. And yeah, he did. He took a shot. So one more shot from from something. Look at that in the bottom left corner. It says it has -1 ammo. What? How does that happen? That's weird. That's a weird bug. Not sure. And look, I get the comm tower. Sweet. He did. I was like, wow, he did not interrupt that. Freaking awesome. Look at all the properties I'm getting. Income lead, 2,000 income lead. He's not going to get one next turn. I'm going to have that lead for at least a turn. Start rolling out, and now I have a recon but a tank covering, so pretty good. Look, all the way up here, he doesn't even have this yet. I was like, what are you doing? And here we go. I load it into the black boat and I push it forward. Now, let me know what you guys think of this. I'm going to give my 2 cents on this. So, if you don't understand, this black boat is on your HQ to protect your HQ. So, someone just can't come in and cap it. They're going to have to dislodge it with most likely artillery, and that takes a while to set up. But it is also attached to a little lagoon here. So I put an infantry in and I shuffle it forward, and then my play is to grab this with this property and this with this property and just start getting 2 properties that next turn that really should be his. He should be out here getting it. Now what have I done? You can't place the black boat back on the HQ. And if I'm being honest, so you see how this infantry is covering up the HQ? I didn't know what was going on. I just thought it was a lagoon. I was like, oh, okay. I drove it off, and then I went, no, I didn't know. And I was like, please go back, please go back. But alas, it cannot drive back onto the HQ. You can't do that. So, yep. Now it's off the HQ, but look, I mean, I have a lot more going for me now. Oh, but you know what I could have done? Shit, you know what I could have done? This one could just go here next turn. Oh yeah, what am I saying? And then wait, this goes 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. Oh my god, how stupid. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. And then I could have gone 1, 2, 3. Man, oh come on, man. Anyway, so, alright, I officially made up my mind. That was stupid. For a while, I thought that was kind of the move, and it kind of set me up. Now, I could just push on to this. That'd be pretty cool. Push on to a comm tower and grab 2 comm towers. There's not a lot of fighting, but that'd be pretty cool. But you will see what I do shortly. Okay, so here we go. He is now in his corner, and look at this mech. I mean, what was this purchased on turn 7, and look where it is. It's going nowhere, and it hasn't gotten any engagements. Okay, now he starts to see me, and I see he's got a pretty good infantry force coming south. So got to be careful. But look at this, nothing coming to the west. Here we go. Builds another arty. I like it. I like it. Okay, pulls back his arty. Did not give the final blow to this pipe seam. I'm wondering if he forgot that this was out of ammo. Oh wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, he oh no, he didn't blow it. Yeah, see what? Yeah, so he must have yeah, see, it was 12. He took a shot at this with a no ammo mech. Womp womp. So yeah, after all that, I just decided to just go for the income. I mean, why not? But look, this is kind of cool. Now I can do this, at least, and then this sets me up for this property next turn. That's pretty cool, right? So, you know, maybe that was the play. Anyway, so I see, oh, no one in this bush. Look at this vision. Ba-boom. I get lots and lots of vision. And look, I'm like, where is this dude's infantry? I know he doesn't have this. I know he doesn't have this. Literally, I got both of these. And that's when I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking I might have a little bit of income lead scenario going on here. I've played in this position before. So yeah, so what I do is I push up my recon to get more vision. Uh-oh, I see that he's got a tank. Doesn't matter. Back it up with my tank. Back it up with my arty. And he doesn't see the arty. So he does. He does. Okay, he does. Although he shouldn't, because I have the same. No, he definitely shouldn't. What is this? What the? Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on that. And then look, this is a great wall right here. Really good early game wall. I know I'm up in income, so what's the strategy when you're up in income? Everybody say it all at once. Just sit back and sit on your income and don't engage. Hooray! All right, we've all learned our lesson. Open up my first battle copter. Good. He's already got an anti-air on the field, but I open up my first battle copter. Okay, pushing out, and then he goes double tanks. So now he's got 3 tanks on the board. I only have 1. That could be a problem, except I have 2 artillery. So as long as I play around the artillery correctly, I got this. Look at this mech, completely worthless. Could have captured. It's day 10 and it's done nothing. It's captured this. That's it. But an infantry could have gotten the same job done faster. So he starts capping this, and look, I'm in a pretty good spot. I can stop this cap for sure. I'm in a mountain. It takes me out there. and goes and hides in the bush, and then yeah, he'll start getting that property that is his. I agree. And then he just waits this. He says, all right, you come at me. And I said, okay, I will. Look at this. 6 to 8. Good trade. Now he is not going to be able to cap this. I am hoping that this anti-air is more towards the middle and not towards the bottom. So I just take as far bottom as I can go. I take a shot. And cripple his capture game. I know that his capture game is bad. I know that I'm going to be way up after this turn. So if I cripple his capture game more... and look at this. Look at all the shit I'm going for, and I am all over the place. This was really, really good early game infantry movement by me. Yes, it was bad infantry movement by him as well, but you got to give it to me. I think my infantry movement was really on point to start this game. Okay, and then I know I'm supposed to sit back, but I can also move my wall up just a little bit just to get more info. And if someone wants to interrupt this cap, they're going to take a shot from an artillery. So I felt pretty good about that. And I tried to put it back on my HQ. I'm like, no, I can't. I knew I couldn't, but you know, a guy can dream, right? Okay, now he starts going for this the comm tower. He'll join to make 10. He'll get one of these next turn, because now he'll get one of these next turn unless they interrupt both. But and now I can't. So let's talk about what you guys would have done in this situation. I want to hear in the comments what you guys would have done in this situation. I think the way I played it was perfectly, but let me know. And then he goes triple tank. I don't know, man. You got enough tanks on the board. You only have one artillery. Hold on. You only have one artillery, and you don't have any battle copters. Like, are you just not going to make a battle copter? They're good tools and they're good on Andy. So you know, weird. This one over here, and then I don't know if he base skips. We'll see. He does not. Okay, good. And then yeah, he pulls back his line a little bit. Now I thought to interrupt this, I'd have to take a shot from an artillery, but then I realized there's only one place that artillery could be, and he had an artillery in that bush. And then I realized, he left it open. If I can clear this infantry, which I certainly can, I can get a pretty good shot off at that artillery. And now look at this. Look at this. Income lead alert. I have a nice income lead. I see no one's in this bush. I drive up. I get lots of vision. I see no anti-air in the area. And I remember counting, right? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say worst case scenario here is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Worst case scenario, he's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm free. I'm free to get another hit with this battlecopter because he didn't move this anti-air down. And this is what I do. I decide I just want my income. I do not try to interrupt the comm tower. And I think this was the right choice. I think he had too many infantry in this area for me to try to, futilely, it's futile to fight for this, but this on the other side of the mountain with my units in the area, I think I can defend at least my income a little bit better. So I concede the comm tower. Too bad. And okay, I come in and I can wipe this out and then reinforce that wall. And then my recon, I can wipe that out. Now I've blocked off this area, so he can't reinforce and hit me with a pincer attack. That was very important for me to do that. Okay, and then I kind of forget that this artillery also can cover this. Also, this artillery isn't even covering. In other words, I just threw this infantry away. It really was not a smart thing to do. Oh well. Okay, I get rolling, and then yeah, you can just roll this this recon all the way around. And another lesson that I learned from that Jake Jess game with the huge battle at the end, recon apparently win games. The dude made probably 10 recons that game. So look, now I have 4 on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 on the board, and at this point, I'm willing to. I think it was a true boss that said recons are mega underrated, and I'm kind of starting to get there. Look at how much vision I have. I have so much vision, and these things can move so quick. They can hit infantry really hard. Recons, man. I think I need to use more of them. Look, and now I have 3. Now I have 3 battlecopters on the board. Okay, hits me there, and yeah, cleans me up. And now we both know nobody's gonna get these 2 properties. There's no way. Okay, good shot. Caps that. Now. Obviously, he should have captured that first. Everybody makes mistakes. It really is hard to remember. But we did play this live, so he definitely should have. Okay, he's rolling. He's rolling. He's rolling. And now I get a little scared. Because I'm having... Still no battlecopter. Still no battlecopter. And look. He must have forgotten to move this. Because he knows I have a battlecopter down here. He didn't move it down. I'm like, really, dude? What are you doing? At any rate, I'm like, you know what? The chances of an anti-air being like here, I guess it's pretty high. So, you know, I'm essentially willing to sack this at this point and just to interrupt infantry. Was that very smart? Oh, because you know what? I didn't want this to be a brawl right here. So what I was scared of was I was going to move this to this base to heal up next turn, but then he had a full health infantry. He would have moved on to the mountain and taken a shot at me. Suddenly I would have been pressed in this area. Taking it out like this means I'm no longer pressed. I can remain on this mountain, maintain vision, and maintain my property. So I'm sacking this to maintain this property and vision. At the end of the day, I think it was a good choice. So I get vision of this and realize I'm going to have a tough time, you know, winning this forest tile unless I have an artillery. So I'm thinking about that. And look, he hung this out to dry. By blocking off this flank right here, there's going to be an income swing, and it's going to be a big one. Okay, so I fly out. I know that no anti-air can reach me at this point. And then I finally get another tank into the fray. I only have 2, and I get really scared. Having PTSD flashbacks from the Jess game when she had 1,000,000 tanks. I was like, all right, I'll make a tank. Jeez. So, yep, I start moving up and just kind of resort my wall out. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. If he wants to commit, he's going to have to really commit. I'm worried about a possible battlecopter, even though I know he's made none. And I can get a battlecopter, anti-air, and 2 infantry. Big income lead, guys. 4,000 income lead should be enough to win this game. I got to sit back, wall up, tech up, and just be smart about it. So I drive into this bush just to maintain vision. He can clean me out there. His other artillery is moving, and he kind of abandons this. He could have gone down and tried to and moved it towards my infantry, but it's completely abandoned at this point. Okay, and now he's really rolling out. He's got 3 artillery on the board now. Yes, I agree with that. Okay, and now he's inching his wall up. Not really, just reorganizing. Okay, good. More tanks. More tanks. He's got 1 anti-air. Hold on. What did he do with his anti-air last turn? He moves it. What the? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you doing? You could have moved it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's hoping I keep it in the same place and he can maintain vision of it, I guess. But at this point, I was like, how has he still not hit me yet? And too many tanks. And the reality is that he definitely. And now I see it. I just like. Let's just shut down any damage that this could do really quick. Good. Now I see his anti-air. Clean that up. Retreat. Very successful battlecopters, and that had everything to do with my opponent just not being smart with his anti-air and not moving it into a position where he could defend his units. Try to grab that bush. I see that it's full, and yeah, my wall is looking better and better. Mine's getting bigger and bigger, and his is too. I have a higher unit count, and look at this. Look at this swing now. 6,000 swing. If I want, I can, in theory, produce an extra artillery every single turn. That's no good, man. That's no good. And you know what? It had literally everything to do with my infantry movement besides his. So look at how much of a better spot I'm in now because of my infantry movement. Meanwhile, he made those crummy mechs. They've done nothing, and I have this blocked off now. I mean, this as a mirror, keep in mind, is actually this right here. Like, no, he's nowhere near this. All the fighting's in the middle. And yeah, I know I say I don't like stally games, but in the fog, it is fun because there is still unknowns as to what's in the fog. So that another win for fog, honestly. My wall's looking really good. I have lots of artillery in place if he wants to make a move. He's got a good artillery shot there. And if I'm him, I'd be panicking a little bit. Oh, and here he goes. He starts his assault. He starts his assault. So here he goes, and now look at his engagement. So yeah, okay, picks up a tank, and now I was like, oh shit. I only have 1 tank in the fray right now. If he takes a shot at it, you know, that's going to be tough. Okay, he's taking engagements, tank on tank violence, and he's going to get this next turn. I was like, damn, he fought really hard for this property. He's definitely going to get it next turn. And I have lots of troops in the area to deal with this BS, but I'm worried about this right now. All of his tanks coming out of the fog are really scaring me. I was like, how am I going to deal with this? And the answer is battlecopters. But if he has 2 anti-air in the area, I'm screwed. All I have is battlecopters to take care of it. 2 anti-airs is going to thrash me. So, man, he is looking pretty good. And he sees that I have another battlecopter. Knew I had one down here. He should have built an anti-air. There's no question about that. Or a battlecopter. Battlecopters counter battlecopters. He knows I have this up here, but he can fly it south. Spamming tanks, that is not going to get you anywhere. But, you know, I'm like, if I get my covering fire, he's going to get his hyper repair. Like, I'm like, it's just going to be a stall match. Oh, what's that? What do I hear? Do I hear a little bit of a lucky lass? All right, so my goal here is to wipe out as many units as I can. Because if they're damaged, they're just going to get repaired when his CO power comes in. So it's my job to clean up as many units as I can. Let's see if I get lucky. Very lucky. Good shot. Very good shot. I moved that up. Can I take a shot? Lucky lass, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Woohoo! All right, and nice shot with the recon. Nice shot with the artillery. Very nice shot with the infantry. My God, lucky lass is coming in clutch. I love it. Okay, and then, yeah, that was not very lucky. Yep, not very lucky. I'll go there and there. Pull back my recon. Engage. Booyah, dude. Lucky lass. So fun. I can clean this up, and what will I do here? Nice. Will I get lucky? I sure will. Lucky lass, baby. Look at... I am absolutely cleaning up here. I'm looking so good. Oh, baby. Anyone that said Lucky Lass's power is bad, you know, you're pounding your desk right now. All right, obviously not lucky. In fact, very unlucky, but oh well. Pretty standard, or lucky. All right. And here we are. Here we are. We're here. Okay. Yep, everything's coming out. And my wall's looking pretty good now. And let's recap. So... he hasn't bought yet, and he has gone second, but he's had a 50,000 unit deficit and a 6,000 income lead, and 8 troop disadvantage. However, one of my goals of my power was to wipe out his units, and look what I've done. I have simply damaged enough units to the point where if he pops hyper repair, it's going to be very, very hyper upgrade. It's going to be very worth it, and he's going to hit back pretty hard. In fact, this will become a 9 artillery. But I did this on purpose. What is it going to shoot? It can only shoot infantry. So it's not even going to hit me that hard, really. And I still have these artilleries backing up anything that they want to do, and they can't get to them. There's no way they're getting to these artilleries. So still feeling pretty good. Okay. Yeah. So. That was the other thing with my attack. I'm like, all right, I got to see how many anti-air he has, and my coppers are going to go down. I got to make them worth it and try to take out some tanks. He hits me with this one, and I was waiting for another one to come out of the fog and kill this one. And he's going. So what he's doing right now is he's attacking without popping hyper repair or hyper upgrade to damage the units that can get damaged before the upgrade. And seeing his team... I actually do not agree with this. He should have popped hyper upgrade right away to get the 10% boosted, then 20% boosted recon. Plus the comm tower would have probably one-shot this infantry. Then he can, well then I guess he really can't, he couldn't do anything from there, but he could come in with the tank and hit this, and then his anti-air already moved, but at least it would have one-shot. Then this artillery can do something else. It can actually hit maybe one-shot this one, and then a tank can come in and clean this up. But he will because he has a mech there. But anyway, I think he should have popped hyper upgrade before taking all these engagements. But then he does. He pops hyper upgrade. So here he goes. He'll clean that up. Yep, clean that up easily. I get a good clap back, but he's there for the cleanup. Good power. And then he cripples this. But keep in mind, I've had eyes on his airport for a long time, and I also have another anti-air in the area. I'm not worried about his battlecopters at all. I just don't think he's making them for some reason. And yes, he's doing okay damage. Also, he like cleans this up. I'm like, oh great, here comes the other anti-air. Well, get this. His turn ends, and I'm like, what other anti-air? I couldn't believe it. This, and this survived. And that's when I was like, he literally only has one anti-air, doesn't he? This is amazing. Okay, I teched up last turn. I forgot to mention it. I did tech up last turn. And now we will roll out. Okay, let's roll out. Okay, here we go. I got my wall, and look, I'm going to get 2 clean shots with my artillery. So even though he's supering, I can get a pretty mean clapback. I can clean up that tank. One shot the mech. Completely worthless mech. No, I mean, I did something. I think I hit an infantry, though. And now, very nice shot on the artillery. Okay, I back up, and now I'm conflicted, because I'm like, I have these 2 battlecopters. Does he have 2 anti-airs in the area? And the other thing I thought about was, well, I guarantee he doesn't have 3. Just by the way he was playing, I'm like, there's no way the dude has 3 anti-airs in the area. So the fact that this one's already exposed and already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in range of this, I was like, you know what? I am going to get these 2 battlecopters in the fray. Nice shot with the tank. I am going to get these battlecopters in the fray, and I'm going to... I don't want to play around this, so... Although that wasn't really the most worthwhile trade, it was okay. And then, look, I can clean up another mech. Clean up, I only did like 4 damage. Oh, I can clean it up. Very nice. And I'm out of range. Really good movement by me. I thought I played really well. Okay, this moves up. Can clean up the mech. And then I kind of just build... I make sure to rebuild my wall around my artillery. Very important. Okay, and then I just try go for some luck damage. I thought that was a good move. Protect my artillery. Okay. Now look, at the end of my turn, I'm still up 50k, and he did get this property, so now I'm only up 5,000 a turn, still a big, big lead, and I'm up 7 in unit count. He hasn't taken his turn yet, and he did go second, so that's to be expected, but we'll check in after his turn. Okay, yeah, he can, that's a nice swing right there. Yeah, and he can clean me up there. Good shot there, and this is when I was getting scared of his tanks again. Because all he needs is another anti-air in the fray, and my copters are not going to do anything. But I was relieved to see that he was pulling back. That made me feel good about my attack. That made me feel good about, you know, the position that I held. Okay, and he goes 2 more tanks. Dude, look at my battlecopter presence. Why not? You have enough tanks. Why not just spam anti-air? That would have been the move. Or a battlecopter. Why don't you have a battlecopter? I know I have this, but... And check this out. I saw all the vision of all this. He's got no one around here. This comm tower is mine. Let's go. It was so clutch to keep my infantry there the entire time. Then when a recon was in place, I could take it out. Go recons. Underrated unit. Get myself trapped, but I do block off the pincer. And I take a nice shot with my artillery, and then I also pull back, and now I have some teched up units to reform my artillery wall. Pretty good, and I got more artillery coming in. 2 more, actually. Pull all the way back, because now I'm terrified of anti-airs and what he's got cooking. Yep, I pull all the way back because I'm just so scared. I'm down to 3 battlecopters. I think I had 5 on the field at one point. Okay, push out, push out. And yep, I'm gonna get these units coming, and and then another teched up unit coming in to reinforce. Plus I can make 2 infantry, which you really need. Okay, and then I reinforce my artillery wall. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. He did get some value back, and he got some troop count back, but I got teched up medium tanks coming in, and I know he doesn't have them. Okay, he starts moving out. Weird infantry movement there. I do not know what that's all about. That was bizarre. Okay, he boosts his mech. We'll pull back for repairs. And yeah, I think he sees this, and he's a little scared. He's a little scared. So he is pulling back. Okay, here he goes. Into the bush. Onto the... And he keeps his recon for vision. Keeps this locked up behind some infantry. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And he... So how in the world could he afford this, by the way? God, he had just enough. He must have bought light last turn, because he had just enough to produce a medium tank of his own. He saw my medium tank, and he made a response to it. Not bad. He has lots of artillery, but still, if you can build a medium tank like that, I'd do it. Reform my flank wall so I don't get flanked. And then I see he's got activity coming. He's got bogeys. I'm going to go reinforce this. And not because I really want the comm tower, because now he has infantry in this area that are poised to capture my properties, and I do not want to lose my income lead. I like an income lead. If you ever watched these videos before, you'll understand how much I love my income lead. So I want to maintain that. Pull back just so I don't get a one-shot on by a tank next turn, and then I can cover up with the tank so I can clap back from a city, and then I go copter so I can quickly reinforce this area because I know I have tanks to take care of this anti-air, and I can build another tank. And I can inch up my wall a little bit. I don't want to go too hard. Now you might be thinking, well, why did you just throw away this tank? Well, it was because I wanted to get vision of this bush. He has had an artillery in this bush the entire game. I really wanted to see what was here and realized he's no longer locking down this city. So here I go. I can build a little wall around it. This infantry is in the perfect spot. I know that there's no anti-air threatening this, so all he can hit me with is a medium tank, which I know he doesn't have, although he does have a medium tank. Lots of artillery. Look at my artillery coverage right now. Right here, right here, right here. So much artillery coverage. Call me grit. Okay, moving up, moving up, moving up. Okay. And yeah, I mean, with my income advantage, I'm able to build a copter and a tank and 2 infantry. Really good. Okay, and I mean, I knew this, like I said, I sacked this. I knew this was going away. But he hits me there, and he actually could. Now I'm getting kind of scared because I have this recon here that can see everything, but I know that they're coming hard. If he's smart, if he's 100%, he should be hitting me with this anti-air. 100%. There's no reason not to. We'll see what he does. Okay, he's reforming his wall. He's a little scared, so he's pulling back and reamassing his troops. Good for him. He has brought the troop count back and the troop value back in action. So good for him. He's playing pretty well at this point. Okay, but look what I got. All right, here we go. I'm just kidding. I didn't pop Lucky Last again. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Come on. I mean, I might, but the problem is I have no vision, so I can't really plan it out. And he didn't just push into me, so that was a really good Lucky Last. But and then look, I can clean this up. I have a medium tank in the area, so I'm really threatening now. And I get another property. Back to 6,000 income swing. Booyah. Okay, tank up. Artillery is finally threatening the flank. I just want to get vision of this, and I can just take out his tank without threat from his artillery. I'm just assuming he doesn't have the artillery in position because I had vision of him before he killed me. Although maybe this wasn't the smartest. I was on a forest. Well, let's see what I do here. So then I just take that out, and I push up to start capping his property. And I get vision, and I'm like, okay, unless he has and I was like, there's no way he has another artillery. He's already got 2. I've just been watching how this guy plays. I don't think he has another artillery, and I can move up. I'm feeling really safe to move up here. Okay, and then I was kind of like, you know, where exactly are our superpowers going here? Because I realized something. If I could get a covering fire off before he can get, you know, he might not get his hyper upgrade, and that could be really, really devastating to him. And he's a long ways away from hyper upgrade. So then I look at the board, because it was literally at this point that I looked at the board and went, wait a minute, I want to get covering fire. How can I do that? All right, I have 3 units. I have 4 units. I have 4 active units that I can use to get covering fire. I said, look at this. My covering fire is 3,700 away. This tank was either going to hit me 80 to 100%. If it hit me anything, if it hits me for 90%, I get 3,600. I need 3,700. I'm 100 away. Until I saw the bravest soldier that I've ever seen in my life. Saw what needed to be done. Can we get an F in the chat for that soldier? He will not be forgotten. But then this one-shots me anyway, so he didn't have to die. Oh, shit. Sorry, little bro. And here it comes. Covering fire! Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. All right, look at this. Let's replay that again, shall we? Satisfying. He's at 137,000. Covering fire. Now he's down to this. Pretty good. And look, he's very far away from his hyper upgrade. He is more than likely not going to get that. Okay, here it comes. Tanks coming in. And then look, I got 2 tanks on the front line. I need some more, so I go trip tank. Okay, and then he gets a good shot from his building. And then, yeah, I mean, he just wants to hurt my tank, and then he can clean up, so yeah. Goes for it here. Nice shot with the artillery, only 4 artillery, though. Okay. He takes out my infantry, shoots, and he can easily interrupt his property, but he's in range of my artillery. Look at this artillery wall. Cleans up with the artillery. Probably just should have interrupted it. I don't know why he did that. Wait, what is he doing? No, he can't be. No! It's impossible! No! He got it! He got his hyper upgrade! Oh my god. That was a lot. Shall we review? 95,000. Oh my god. 40,000 gold worth of troops. I'm telling you, if I was ever to get a covering fire off, it would have been that precise moment. But he unfortunately it looked like he was completely out of the game, and now he's 100% back in it. Well, actually not 100%, because if you look, what he's done is he's just hung out a lot of troops to dry behind a huge artillery wall, 3 battle copters, and a medium tank. So let's see how I handle it. I can one-shot his anti-air, and look what else I knew for a fact, not for a fact, but I knew just based on the way he was playing that this was his only other anti-air. I can clean with this. I can clean with that. I can clean with that. Then with my medium tank, clean up his medium tank, tank to tank, move up, clean up his anti-air. My battle copters are free. Can clean his tank. Pushing, artillery shot. This wouldn't kill, so I didn't want to chance it. Okay, recon comes in. I know my battle copters are free. They got to be absolutely free at this point. Can clean that. Can hit this. And then look at this, 6,000, and now I'm up 50k. I got lots of vision. I got lots of troops. I'm gonna get this next turn. The income lead's gonna swing further. I am threatening his comm tower. We're pushing forward. I buy another teched up unit. And, well, how does he respond? He's out. Easy as pie. I'm improving. I'm getting better. Subscribe as you watch. Just a little kid from Madison, Wisconsin. You know, climb the ranks of the Global League of Advanced Wars. I'm just trying to be the best in the world. You know, I'll get there someday. So you're lucky to be watching me right now. Whew. Okay. I thought I played very, very, very well. Like I said, what killed him was his lack of infantry movement in the early game. And what saved me was my amazing infantry movement in the early game. I really, really did outplay him in the infantry movement game. That got me so much extra coin. and it, you know, also the Lucky Last was hilariously good. Very good Lucky Last, even though he got a lot of it back with his hyper upgrade. And then the Covering Fire at the end, it's too bad that he got his hyper repair. But he fought back pretty gallantly. He still doesn't have he'd have to build a new anti-air. My Coppers to get another turn just running rampant. I have a medium tank. I have 3 medium tanks on the board. It was time for him to FF. I was going to swing this property, and it would be a 8,000 deficit. So it was time for him to FF. It really was. I think I played a pretty good game. So in the comments, let me know what you think about moving this black boat. At the end of the day, I thought it was after this video. So before making this video, I thought it was a pretty smart idea. But now I'm kind of thinking that you should never do that. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so yeah, that was the game. So I want to talk quickly just about like the future of the channel. Advanced Wars Reboot Camp's out, baby, and I have it, and I have a capture card. I'm going to start making content for it. I'm not going to stream yet, but I am going to just upload videos. I'm just going to upload something that you can have on in the background when you're just at work or just getting some stuff done and to just listen to. That's kind of the goal I'm going for with the Advanced Wars the Advanced Wars Reboot Camp content. And yeah, so look out for those. One thing that was brought up was that Mangs is making a new he's aiding in making a new Advanced Wars site where we can play competitively because they're worried about Nintendo taking Advanced Wars by web down eventually, and then just one day it being gone and everything being gone. And I understand that. So he's trying to make something free of the copyright and whatever. And I don't see how that's going to work because, I mean, they're using their character models. They're using Nell. They're using Lash. They're using their character models. And yes, it doesn't have Advanced Wars in the name, but I just don't see how it can come through. But if it does, I wanted to talk about something that I hate about Advanced Wars by Web because I was on Advanced Wars by Web and I just wanted to get like a practice game in, and so I just wanted to get a practice game in, and I went to the site and like this is what I was. Hello? Yeah, no. Yeah, French toast is good. Yep. Oh, not that. Sorry, not that. Nope, not that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, yes, with syrup. Yeah, syrup. Oh, no, not that. Sorry, Jesus, my bad. Oh, yeah, it's this. So like, I'm assaulted by the front page of Advanced Wars by Web. What is this? Let's take a look, shall we? What is this? I want to go. I want to play a Emmer effing practice game. I want to play a practice game. What is this? This is so weak. All the comments are like, duh. Oh, and 10 out of 10. You can't lose. And then I'm like, who in the world would want to play this? Look at this. Who are these people? Who are you? What are you doing? How is this fun to you? Oh, and this just all day yesterday. This whole thing. Oh, you launch the missiles and then the missile crashes. And then you shoot with your infantry and that's the infantry. What the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at? What the fuck is this? This is disgusting. And then look at how much this is spammed. Look at these idiots signing up to play it. What are you doing? How would this ever be fun for you? Oh, and like shit like this. Shit like this. What the fuck? Did like a toddler just smash his doll on the keyboard and make this shit? And then look at all these comments like, in Ohio? That's like in Ohio? Shut the fuck up. It's so infuriating. Like I want to do this. Operation Mincemeat. Like, yeah, like this looks like a fun, like little casual practice map to play on. Yes, I want to play on this. Ban this shit, Advanced Wars Web. I'm so sick of it. Ban it, please. Okay. Alright, that's it. Subscribe if you want to see more Advanced Wars by Web replays, and if you want to watch my series on Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, I'm going to try to stick through it, and I have an issue with picking up games and not finishing them, but I'm going to try to make it a big project for me to just release maybe like hour-long videos. However much I get done in that hour, and then yeah, that's it. And then I'll just upload them one at a time until I'm done with both of the games. So if you're interested in seeing that, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I talked about comments throughout this whole thing. Let me know about the Black Bolt. Let me know about the early artillery buy. Let me know how you think I played. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks.